Ignore my shirt because I just completely missed my mouth when I was drinking water. But we're about to do a book talk smash or pass with some of the most popular romantasy books out there. And if I don't like a book, I'll provide some reasoning as to why. Because we are all mood readers, and sometimes when we come across a book, it is just not the time for that book. Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. Pass, unfortunately. I loved ACOTAR. I enjoyed Throne of Glass. But I read this book immediately after I finished ACOTAR. And ACOTAR was the first romantasy series that I read as an adult. It truly reignited my love for reading, my love for magic, and my love for fiction books. Happy fiction books, okay? And I think I was just in an absolute high. Nothing could compare. And quite honestly, I don't think anything will ever compare to the feeling that I had when I read ACOTAR for the first time. I am also just not the biggest fan of urban fantasy. That being said, I do feel like potentially at some point I could come back to this series and enjoy it a lot more than I already have. Also, I just realized I had a dream last night, maybe a couple nights ago, that Sarah J. Maas was working on the next Crescent City book. Which, to be honest, I'm like not that excited about. I do feel like Ethan and Therian are going to be main characters. I like Ethan, okay? Don't come for me. I like Ethan. Therian, though, I struggle to like him. But, next book. A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. Smash. If you love beautiful folkloric books with yearning, you should definitely check this book out. This is not your typical standard book talk romantasy book. This is a very, very beautiful story, a completed duology. I actually have not read the second book yet, but I need to. The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which I actually don't have because I read it on my Kindle. Smash. I gotta be real honest though, okay? The first time I tried to read this book, it was the beginning of summer, and I was not in the mood for gothic spooky vampires. So I DNF'd it, but not DNF, more like I temporarily put it down. And I came back to it during spooky October. And I loved it. Because sometimes you just have to be in the right mood for a book. And I'm very excited because the next book in the series is about to come out in August. Ninth House. Smash. Complex world building, high text complexity, very, 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 very fascinating story. It's one of those books where you feel like you can't even zone out for a single paragraph or you're going to miss something important because it's like you're piecing a mystery together. Have you read this book? Apparently, there's going to be a third book in the series, which is something I did not know. And the covers of this book and book 2, Hellbent, just perfect. Perfect. Put this on your TBR for spooky season though, because it's very spooky. There are ghosts and it's paranormal and it's kind of a historical fantasy. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. The next book. The Night and the Moth. Oh my god. Smash this book. Smash it like so the way I just want to be like smash, like physically show you how hard I would smash this book, but I don't want to because I don't want to ruin it. And I need to show you something right now. I just realized this entire time I didn't even have my microphone by me. I do this all the time. Okay, I do this every time. Hopefully it's okay. Let's see. She's a crinkly book. Oh my god. I did listen to this on audio and then I did get a physical copy, which I don't often do, but I loved the book so much and the crinkly pages are what sold me, okay? I find it so satisfying to crinkle a book, and I find it really satisfying to crack the spine. Oh my god, I know some people don't like that, but come on now. What do you mean you don't like it? Assistant to the Villain, pass. I tried 2 times. I tried the audiobook, I tried reading it. I really wanted to like it because I tend to love, love, love humorous books. The audiobook though felt like the 1.0 speed was like 0.75 speed. But if you have any recommendations for books with this type of humor, but adult, audiobooks, dual POV audiobooks, or duet style narration. That's good too. Recommend away. Onyx Storm Smash. I really liked Onyx Storm. I have a ton of notes in here. There is so much history in this book that it is difficult to even keep track of, even with notes. I was consulting Empyrean Wiki, and did you know that the day this book came out, there were already spoilers on the wiki page? So now for future book releases, I know not to look at the wiki page until I have actually finished the book. And it took me 4 days to finish this because I was traveling when it came out. A Fate Inked in Blood. Pass. I enjoyed the book as I was reading it. I read it quickly, but I just don't feel any desire to finish the duology. But if you like Norse mythology, why not? Go for it. The stack is getting big. Okay, we got one last book. It's quite a controversial one. Silver Elite Smash. I enjoyed this book. I think that for the first book in a series, this is a good dystopian book. It is a dystopian, okay? I have another video. It's literally like 40 minutes long. I edited it down to 10 minutes where I explain why this book is a dystopian book, but it's not a literary dystopian. It is a plot-based dystopian book that is created for a bookish environment where plot-based, mass consumer, mass marketable books dominate. And again, it's the first book in a series. We got a lot more book, a lot more story to go before we get the full arc. Y'all, the main characters in the first book of a dystopian book do not usually know or recognize the extent of the propaganda and manipulation that they are subject to, because that's literally the arc that the characters take. So now, gotta say, this series could go in a completely different direction than I'm expecting, okay? I definitely am giving the benefit of the doubt to the author and the publisher, as that tends to be just what I do. But as of right now, I think there's a lot of potential for this book, this series, to take a very interesting arc and for there to be a lot of character growth. All right, we are all done. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts. If I passed on a book that you enjoyed, let me know. Tell me why. Help me gain appreciation for it. And go get yourself a hard copy of The Night and the Moth so you can crack the spine.